Generational wealth is not just about money. It is not simply about mansions, estates, or endless zeros in a bank account. It is about presence. Because the truth is this: money can be lost overnight, but aura, the way you carry yourself, cannot be stripped away once mastered. And this is what separates the temporary rich from the timelessly powerful. The woman who carries herself like generational wealth commands rooms even if she owns nothing at all. People feel it in her posture, in her tone, in her silence. But here is the paradox. The majority of women today reveal instantly that they do not carry this aura. They rush, they beg, they over-explain. They treat access to themselves as casual. And in doing so, they betray their lack of inner wealth. Generational wealth is not about flaunting. It is about conserving. Not about screaming your worth, but embodying it so deeply that no one doubts it. So how do you carry yourself like generational wealth? Let us begin with the first principle: gravity. Wealthy families throughout history cultivated gravity in their heirs. Children were taught to walk slowly, to speak with calm assurance, to never fidget or scramble. The goal was to move like a person who has nowhere to rush, because everything will always wait for her. This is why those from wealthy dynasties often seem unbothered, while others radiate anxiety. The lesson is clear. Your pace signals your value. The woman who rushes tells the world she is chasing time. The woman who moves slowly tells the world time bends to her. The second principle: restraint. Old dynasties practiced discretion as a weapon. Secrets were guarded. Reactions were measured. Opinions were revealed selectively. The woman of generational wealth does not blurt out everything she feels. She does not overshare in order to be liked. She allows people to wonder. Restraint is rare in a culture of oversharing, and rarity is power. The third principle: posture. Posture is the body's crown. Think of portraits of queens, duchesses, or heiresses. Their backs straight, shoulders open, gaze steady, no slouching, no collapse. Posture tells the brain, this is authority. And humans, whether they admit it or not, respond to physical authority. Even in psychology experiments, participants rated individuals with strong posture as more competent and trustworthy. Carry yourself upright, and you radiate legacy. Collapse your frame, and you radiate desperation. The fourth principle: composure. Generational wealth is calm under fire. Think of it. Dynasties survive because they do not panic at every crisis. The woman who embodies this does not explode when insulted. She does not crumble when challenged. She does not flood with nervous chatter. She breathes, pauses, and responds with precision. Composure signals internal abundance. The message is simple: I cannot be shaken because my foundation is too deep. The fifth principle: selective generosity. Notice this carefully. Old money is not stingy, it is strategic. They give, but sparingly. They reward, but deliberately. The woman of generational wealth does not flatter everyone. Her compliments are rare and therefore priceless. Her attention is scarce and therefore craved. Selective generosity makes every gesture unforgettable. The flood is forgotten. The drop becomes legend. The sixth principle: timeless elegance. Trends scream desperation. Timelessness whispers permanence. This is why old money women invest in classics, muted tones, structured fabrics, effortless grace. But elegance is not clothing alone. It is behavior. No vulgarity, no frantic movements, no hunger in the eyes. Elegance is not the price tag. It is the discipline of choosing the eternal over the temporary. And the seventh principle, legacy mindset. Generational wealth thinks in centuries, not minutes. The woman who embodies this asks, will my choices today raise or lower my value tomorrow? She refuses to be cheapened by temporary validation. She invests in her reputation the way others invest in stocks. This patience radiates power, because while others scramble for crumbs, she builds a feast that lasts. Together, these 7 principles create the aura of generational wealth. But let us go deeper, because the secret is not just knowing the rules. It is feeling them in your bones. So let me show you how it looks in practice. Imagine 2 women walk into a room. The first is loud, rushing, her laughter frantic, her words spilling too fast. She seeks approval in every direction. Yes, people notice her, but they do not remember her. She blends into the noise. The second enters with calm stillness. She does not rush. Her gaze sweeps the room slowly. She speaks after pauses, not before. Her posture is regal, her movements deliberate. She does not offer her attention freely. She gives it like a gift. By the end of the night, everyone remembers her, not because she begged to be seen, but because she embodied presence. That is generational wealth energy. But why does it work so powerfully? Because humans are wired to respect authority. Authority does not come from shouting. It comes from being unshaken. The woman who carries herself as if she already holds the crown forces others to treat her as royalty. It is the law of self-fulfilling perception. What you project, others will confirm. If you project desperation, they will treat you as replaceable. If you project wealth in posture, restraint, and composure, they will assume you belong to a higher order. This is how dynasties sustain themselves, not just through money, but through behavior passed down for generations. And you can adopt it now. Begin tomorrow with pace. Walk slower. Speak less. Let silence breathe. Already the world will register something different in you. Then train posture. Every time you enter a room, straighten your back, lift your chin, open your shoulders. It does not matter what you wear. This single shift transforms how people read you. Practice restraint. Do not flood conversations with details. Share less. Allow curiosity. Make others work for your truth. Cultivate composure. When provoked, resist the urge to snap. Breathe. Pause. Then respond with precision or not at all. Silence is sharper than most words. Offer selective generosity. Do not flatter everyone. Give rare compliments, rare approval, rare affection. Scarcity makes them priceless. Dress and act with timelessness. Avoid desperate trends. Choose elegance, grace, and poise. And above all, think legacy. Every word, every gesture, every choice adds to your reputation. Build it as though it were a dynasty. Do this consistently, and you will notice a shift. Men will treat you differently. Women will whisper about you. Rivals will be unsettled. You will enter rooms and command attention without asking. Because here is the secret. You do not need to be born into generational wealth to carry it. You only need to embody the behaviors that signal it. Presence is a choice. Aura is a discipline. And when you master it, you will never be seen as ordinary again. So ask yourself now, how do you enter a room? How do you walk? How do you speak? How do you reveal? And how do you withhold? Do you carry yourself as if you are temporary or eternal? Because in the end, generational wealth is not measured by inheritance, it is measured by presence. And the woman who carries herself like legacy becomes legacy, not just admired today, but remembered tomorrow, not just respected by peers, but whispered about by generations. This is how to carry yourself like generational wealth. And once you embody it, you will never again need to prove your worth, because the world will feel it before you ever say a word.